Hi guys, this is Zahir Anwari, co-founder of Sublime Trading, here with your daily update for the UK and US indices for Monday, the 20th of April. Okay guys, I hope you had a lovely weekend. If you're new to these daily updates, then I recommend starting with the recording that's pinned to the top of our Facebook page to get an idea of what I cover in these daily updates. Okay, so let's start with the FTSE 100. As always, this is our three-screen setup. We have the monthly in the top left, weekly in the top right, and our daily chart here at the bottom. Starting with the FTSE 100 and on the monthly time frame, very little change so far and a quiet start to the week. Price still finding support at the low of January 2016. If we can see April's candle, it's looking like a spinning top so far. We still have a good week and a bit till the end of the month, so this candlestick is likely or potentially will look different by the end of the month. If we move across to the weekly time frame, price still below the 200 and the 50 simple moving average. We can see price still in this pullback. And if we come down to the daily time frame, price is below the 200 and the 50 simple moving average, but currently trading above the 20 simple moving average, which is acting as support, as well as this black line, which is the low of 2016, which I've already highlighted on the monthly time frame. If we look at price action in more detail, we can see that it's currently stuck in this little area of consolidation. So we want to see a breakout either to the upside or the downside. If we get a breakout to the upside, then we want to see price break through the 6,000 round number and the 50 simple moving average, and then strength back to the 200 moving average. If we see a breakout to the downside, then if price clears the low of March, then this will suggest a continuation. For now, we really want to be standing aside until price dictates a clear direction. Let's move across into the US market to have a look at how last week ended. If we start with the Dow Jones, we can see price is still very much bullish and it's trading above the low of 2019. So potentially we could see strength back to the high of 2019. Now, the weekly time frame is looking very interesting. Price is now trading above the 200 moving average. So we had a bullish end to the week and price closed convincingly above the 200 moving average. So potentially now we could see strength to the 50 simple moving average. However, if you come down to the daily time frame, we can see that we did have a gap up on Friday last week, and then that momentum continued through to the 50 simple moving average, which is acting as immediate resistance. So an interesting place here now, because if price finds resistance here, then we could see weakness back to the downside, or if price breaks through this area of resistance, then we could see strength back to the 200 simple moving average. And if that's clear, then of course price could move back to the all-time high. Similar looking setup on the S&P 500. We can see price found support at the low of 2019. We've had a bullish April so far. If we move across to the weekly time frame, price is above the 200 moving average, and the momentum from the previous week continued through last week. So again, we could see further strength to the 50 simple moving average. If we come down to the daily time frame, we can actually see that the gap up and momentum took price through the 50 simple moving average. Price closed above it on Friday. So potentially this could be an early sign of strength back to the 200 moving average and the 3,000 round number. If this area is cleared, then we could see strength back to the all-time high. Now, the NASDAQ is very much leading the way. We can see, starting with the monthly time frame, it's been a bullish April and price is now actually at the high of 2019. So if we start seeing price break through this level convincingly, then we could see price move back to the all-time high. Now, on the weekly time frame, price above the 200 and the 50 simple moving average. So very much a bullish recovery is in play here. And also on the daily time frame, price is also above the 200, the 50 and the 20 simple moving average. So the NASDAQ is very much looking bullish in comparison to the S&P 500 and the Dow Jones. So if they do catch up and start moving through these moving averages, then we have alignment potentially across all three indices, and that's when we can start looking for bullish opportunities. Now, if we move to the S&P 500 mini, which gives us an indication of pre-market action, starting with the monthly, it's been a bullish April with price finding support at the low of 2019. On the weekly time frame, price is above the 200 moving average but below the 50 simple moving average. We can see it's been a bearish start to the week, and we can see that in more detail on the daily time frame. In fact, let me just open up the daily time frame. We can see that this pullback has taken price to the 50 simple moving average. If we look at Friday's candle, we had a gap up, price closed above it. Monday so far today, we've seen weakness, and price is currently trading back below the 50 simple moving average. Now, as always, it's the end of day candlestick that really gives us a clear indication of what we could see on the following day. So it's very, very early days at the moment. If price does close above this area, the 50 simple moving average, and then that's an early sign of strength back to the 200 simple moving average. For now, potentially we could see at least some kind of short-term resistance. Price could fill the gap, may find support at the low of the gap, and we could see strength back to the upside. So at the moment now, given where price is sat, we need to see a clear direction either to the upside, or we need to see support levels broken to suggest weakness. For now, overall, the bulls are very much in control. This is an early sign of a bull revival, but we'll be standing aside until we get a clear trend direction across all three indices. Okay guys, that's me for today. Please like, comment and share. Let's get these videos out. Let's get the financial literacy of all our friends and families and brothers and sisters all get up to a point where we are in control of our finances, and we are not getting manipulated by what we're seeing on mainstream media and across social media. The truth is very much in the charts. I will see you on tomorrow's recording.